In today's video, I am going to be comparing LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard and their isolation basketball moves. Let's get down, let's check out these two amazing players and how you can incorporate these moves into your own game. Okay, so first what we see is a quick pass into the mid post to LeBron James. When LeBron James gets that ball, he's looking to basically size up Kawhi Leonard. LeBron James at this point is looking over his shoulder to see if there's any players cutting towards the rim, if there's anybody who he can hit. Once there is everyone cleared out towards this weak side, he now gets to work on Kawhi Leonard. He does a quick jab towards that side. Kawhi Leonard doesn't go for it. Not many players would. And at that point, he starts to spin off and attack the baseline. Kawhi Leonard is able to get there fast and cut that off. Next, we see a quick hop towards LeBron James's left, and then he turns back around and does a fadeaway shot on Kawhi and makes that shot. How LeBron James could have made this first initial move a bit better to get Kawhi Leonard towards that left side is if he was, instead of dropping his foot way up there, he could have quickly done a quick fake spin, dropping his foot next to Kawhi Leonard's right there, and then take a second step where his foot is there as a negative step so that he could attack that baseline. But instead he didn't do that, and Kawhi Leonard was able to cut him off. This next move starts with LeBron James out on the perimeter. He attacks Kawhi Leonard, and because of his speed and strength, he's able to get to the rim and finish with a layup. However, what you can do when you are attacking the rim, especially if you're stronger than the defender who you're going up against, is you really want to only have one dribble inside the three-point line. That's number one. Number two is when you take your two steps, keep that ball high. You don't want to bring that ball down by your waist because players who are helping out are going to be swiping down, and that will get that ball stripped from you. So by keeping it high, you're going to be able to keep it away from those help side defenders. Now we're going to move over to Kawhi Leonard and watch what he's able to do. When he drives on LeBron James, he is a bit quicker than LeBron. Again, he keeps that ball high with a quick shot fake and a spin move to go for that mid-range shot. Now what we do see here is when Kawhi Leonard takes that one dribble, he goes off of his left foot, that's his gather, and he lands on both feet at the same time. This is extremely important because now he can use either foot as his pivot foot. He then proceeds to do a quick shot fake that gets LeBron James up into the air, and he's able to spin back around on his right foot for that turnaround jumper. Now, why did he spin towards that right side instead of the left side? Well, I'm going to tell you that right now. Why did he spin the way he did? Well, by spinning on his right foot, that's allowing him to get his right side in line much faster and easier so that now he can have a higher chance of hitting that shot. This next move is extremely amazing. I really like it. So Kawhi Leonard does a quick dribble jab towards that left side. He stops on his right foot, which allows him to put the ball behind his back and essentially trap LeBron James facing that way he was originally driving. When he spins behind his back, LeBron James reaches in, which is what most players will do. Remember the saying, "You reach, I teach." And Kawhi Leonard here is going to teach a very valuable lesson, which is if you ever see a player reach in front of you, if you're within that three-point line, grab that arm going up into it and grab that ball with two hands so that it'll look like you are driving towards the rim, and LeBron James, in this case, is trying to stop you from doing so. This is a foul on LeBron because you are gathering that ball and he is reaching in, which then means that it is a foul on him. Now this is a very interesting move. So Kawhi Leonard comes off of 3 screens and then attacks that basket. He's attacking that right side against the center who's much slower with LeBron James right behind him. And Kawhi Leonard is attacking and notices right there on that hop that LeBron James, his momentum is taking him this way. JaVale McGee his momentum is taking him this way, Kawhi Leonard could step back this way towards his left, in which case he's able to then essentially put LeBron James in jail for slight seconds, and he's able to get off that mid-range shot without really anyone contesting it. You can do this as well. If you see that there's two players chasing you both in the same direction, cut back really quickly towards the direction they came from, and that will allow you to get an open shot, especially if you're a right-handed player going towards your left side. That's going to automatically allow your right side to be in line for that shot anyways. Now, LeBron James used to be a much better low post player and a much better one-on-one isolation player. However, he is getting a bit older and slower. Here we can see him trying to post up Kawhi Leonard once more. He's doing a face-up move, and what he does here is he brings that ball from his right side over his head and swipes through, trying to clear out Kawhi Leonard's hands. When LeBron James then attacks, he takes one dribble, he hops off of his left foot, gathers, goes right left, and then he's able to finish with that layup and one. The reason why this worked for him, by hopping off his left foot, going right left towards the basket, that's giving him momentum to go towards the basket. His outside foot away from the basket is pushing him towards the basket, which then allows him to get more strength to finish at the rim. We can really see this here when he gathers and goes right left into Kawhi Leonard. We can really see that right foot really does help propel him towards the basket and allows him to cut off Kawhi Leonard to get to that rim. Especially in some of these moves that we can see with Kawhi Leonard, there's screens happening on the opposite side with Kawhi Leonard really paying attention to those screens. His defender, in this case LeBron, is also really paying attention, and because of that, LeBron James is now talking to his teammates saying, hey, do this. Meanwhile, Kawhi Leonard spins off, catches LeBron James off guard, and you can then attack the rim. You can do this as well. If you can post up a player near the perimeter, and you can really watch what's happening over here, really basically baiting that defender into really focusing on what's happening. Maybe there's a double pin down for the corner, whatever it may be. But either way, if that defender is not paying attention to you, but instead paying attention to whatever is happening over here, you can use that to your advantage, spin off, and really attack the rim for massive dunks or even layups. I hope that this video helps you in your isolation game. If it does, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.